You are looking at the deepest place in the world. Welcome back, Charlie here. Today you're going to see the most terrifying and mysterious things found in the Mariana Trench. From a scary lost ship to an underwater headless chicken monster. First, let's look at this unidentified creature. The Mariana Trench is so unexplored we don't even know what lives down there. This massive unidentified sea monster was caught on camera for 10 minutes. It's believed this is some kind of jellyfish. Its body is similar to a blanket, and this may be used to capture prey. The jellyfish also has a strange underside. It's believed this may be used for feeding. Most jellyfish live among other jellyfish, but this one was found alone. Another weird thing about this creature is it's see-through. You can see right into its body, and even look at its cardiovascular system. It's safe to say the Mariana Trench is hiding many scary creatures. And this one isn't even the scariest. But moving away from living things for a second, look at this lost ship. You may be wondering who would be crazy enough to sail over the Mariana Trench. How did their ship get lost at the bottom of the sea? And why was it never recovered? This is actually the USS Johnson. It was a World War II destroyer that belonged to the US Navy. But how did the ship sink to the bottom of the Mariana Trench? Well, the ship got into a big battle. The Japanese Navy shot cannons at the ship. This caused the Johnson to sink to the bottom of the Mariana Trench, and today it is the deepest shipwreck known to man. It was only found in 2019, and was only identified as the Johnson in 2021. It is more than 20,000 feet below the ocean's surface. Footage was taken of it using a remotely operated vehicle. No humans can go this deep because there's no oxygen. This really shows how unforgiving the Mariana Trench can be to ships. Now let's move on to one of the scariest things living in the Mariana Trench. This is the Headless chicken monster. No, I'm not joking, this is a real living creature. It gets its name because many say it looks like a headless chicken, but these are only found in the deep sea. Well, it's a type of swimming sea cucumber. They are 2 to 8 inches in length. And they are found in 3 colors: red, purple, and blue. These creatures can live insanely deep down. For example, this one was found at nearly 10,000 feet below the ocean's surface. But the headless chicken monster is no match for this next creature. You are looking at a shark, but not just any shark. This is a 60-foot shark. It's so massive, many have compared it to a megalodon. This was recorded by ocean researchers in the Mariana Trench. It was filmed about 5,300 feet below the ocean's surface. They managed to lure this shark in using a bait cage. The shark has a gigantic white eye. But could this actually be a real megalodon living in the Mariana Trench? Megalodon were about 70 feet in length, meaning that this massive shark is very close in size. But megalodon also had gigantic teeth. Unfortunately, the shark's teeth are not visible in this video, but it's safe to say this is one of the most scary creatures in the entire ocean. Speaking of scary creatures, take a look at this thing. It may look like some kind of alien creature, but this is a real creature living in the Mariana Trench. It's called a supergiant amphipod. This is the largest type of amphipod ever discovered. Some say they look kind of like gigantic insects. Just imagine one of these latching onto you as you're diving in the ocean. These creatures are very scaly. They're also more than 10 times bigger than normal amphipods. Normal amphipods are 2 to 3 centimeters long, but these supergiant ones are 34 centimeters in length. They're found anywhere from 7,000 to 10,000 meters below the ocean surface. It may not be as big as a shark, but these are equally as scary to me. Now let's move on to this very mysterious living thing. Looking at this, you may wonder if it's a plant or an animal. This is actually an animal known as a sea squirt, but this specific one is scarier than most. It's called a predatory tunicate. These lay in wait and then devour small fish that go near it. They open their mouths very wide, but as soon as any fish go by it, they will close their mouth very fast. It's kind of like an underwater Venus flytrap. Predatory Tunicates are about 5 inches wide, and they're found incredibly deep below the ocean surface. Moving on, let's look at one of the scariest creatures you will ever see in your life. They almost don't even look real. But unfortunately for any divers, they are. These are known as Fanfin Sea Devils. If that name isn't enough to scare you, just look at the teeth on these things. And they have bioluminescent string all over them too. This helps to attract prey and scare off any predators. They attract prey with their pretty lights and then they eat them. Now you can see why this is called a sea devil. In some cases, fishermen accidentally catch these, and every time they give fishermen a big fright. Now let's look at what many are calling the ghosts of the Mariana Trench. These fish really do resemble ghosts. They are called the Mariana Snailfish. These live very deep under massive water pressure. They have been found deeper than many other fish. They love to swim right by the sea floor. They look so odd. The deepest they've ever been found is at 26,000 feet. That's one of the deepest points of the Mariana Trench. But not the deepest point. The deepest point of the Mariana Trench is known as the Challenger Deep. It is 36,070 feet below sea level, but we don't know what life forms actually live down there. It's simply way too far down and there's no light for us to see. Finally, let's take a look at one more scary creature found in the Mariana Trench. You are looking at a shark, but not just any type of shark. This is a Goblin Shark. It really is the stuff of nightmares. This is a very rare species of shark which is found deep below the ocean surface. They have long, flat noses and gigantic, sharp teeth. They can grow up to 20 feet, making them gigantic. These can dive down very far to depths of around 4,000 feet. I think it's safe to say the Mariana Trench is one of the most terrifying places on our planet. But because it's so fascinating and mysterious, we keep going back. Only 5% of our oceans have been explored, and much of the Mariana Trench has never been explored by humans. So it's likely that many scary and mysterious things have not even been discovered yet. But now it's time to make your voice heard. Comment below which was the scariest thing found in the Mariana Trench. If you want to see my short videos, then check out my second channel. Thanks for watching, I've been Charlie. Leave a like if you enjoyed. And if you haven't already, then what are you waiting for? Subscribe to Top 10s.